Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoop, back with another Showdown replay. Again, the Universal Analyst League Season 2. We're back. We're facing some heat, and we're bringing some heat. Semi, I guess. We're not really bringing heat, but we're bringing a solid team. And then, of course, he's bringing some fucking, like, how do you get all these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 beasts, and then something annoying and something annoying. Anyways, he brings the Kieran Black. Okay, first off, we're playing W. Marr, coach of the Miami Infernape, and of course he's got Kieran Black, Shuckle, Landorus Therian, Blastoise, Tornadus Incarnate, and Cresselia. Okay, Cresselia and Shuckle together, that's fucking annoying. And then of course Kieran Black, the beatdown, as Joey would say. Anyways, we brought Garchomp, Mandibuzz, who are destroyed by Kieran. Of course, providing that it's in range of Dragon Claw and slower than my Garchomp, I can knock it out. But if it is not, then I do get O-Code. Of course, Mandibuzz is 2-hit KO'd, and most everything else is 2-hit KO'd. Of course, my boy Scavalier here, rocking the Assault Vest, max HP, and some Spadef to live a Hidden Power Fire. This thing is my switch into the Kieran Black, and hopefully he doesn't see the Assault Vest come. Anyways, I got the Garchomp, the Mandibuzz, the Greninja, Mega Alakazam, Mamoswine again. My boy is not missing a game. 5 games, 5 games played. A Scavalier, like I said, can also knock off and Mega Horn this motherfucker. Anyways, we're gonna lead off here. How do I want to say this? I brought Greninja as an anti-lead if I saw Shuckle. Also brought Garchomp and Mega Alakazam as an anti-lead if I saw Shuckle. The plan being that if I see Shuckle, I can taunt it with Greninja, or I can sub with Garchomp, or sub with Mega Alakazam. I see Shuckle, so I'm going to lead off my boy Alakazam, because I feel like a sub Calm Mind Alakazam can put in more work straight off than a sub Swords Dance Garchomp. So I'm going to lead off with my Alakazam here, and he's going to lead off with his Mega Blastoise, I believe, and he's going to scare me out here. I can't take a Dark Pulse. It's Stab. It's basically Stab. So pure Water type with Dark Stab, Fighting Stab, and Dragon Stab. This Pokemon has 4 types when it comes to Stab. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to eat this Dark Pulse up. I'm going to see what he wants to go for. I realize I'm faster, so he's more than likely an offensive bulky variant. Judging by the Ice Beam, he has to be offensive. So I'm going to go for the Toxic, like I said. Then I'm just going to Roost Style him a little bit. So I predict him to switch out into his Shuckle or his Kieran or his Landorus, most likely. And I go for another Toxic. But he predicts that, I guess. He stays in and goes for the Scald, and I'm roosting it off. I go for the Toxic here, and he goes for the Attract. So I fall in love with this fucking Shuckle. It's just kind of funny. And it's Toxic, though. So I'm going to bring in my Greninja. I'm going to go straight for the Surf. And Surf in combination with the Toxic from Mandibuzz is going to be able to go ahead and knock this thing out. And Greninja gets a kill. Or no, Greninja doesn't get the kill. But he brings in his Cresselia and goes for the Icy Wind, which is kind of weird. Maybe he predicted something. Maybe my Mandibuzz. But I'm just going to go ahead and knock this thing out with a Dark Pulse. Double Dark Pulse because of the Cobra Berry into a Surf. And then he's going to bring in his Landorus, probably Scarf. And I'm just going to go for the Surf, and he does reveal Scarf. Knocks me out with a U-turn, and he goes into his Tornadus Incarnate. So I'm going to bring in my Mandibuzz. Okay, I see why he did this now. I'm going to bring in my Mandibuzz. He gets a crit, which didn't matter because he's going to get this 2 times attack boost. And it proves to be really strong because I bring in my Garchomp. And of course, I'm not defensive Garchomp, like a super defensive variant. Of course, I got the Rocky Helmet to bluff a defensive variant. But did you see how much damage that did? 64.4% from a +2 acrobatics from a Tornadus Incarnate. So just bring in my Garchomp, pretty much sack it off to get some recoil damage in, and then bring in my my Mamoswine, hit him with the Ice Shard. He's gonna bring in his Mega Blastoise, which I outspeed by 1 point. If it is modest max speed, switch into my Excalibur here. Even though this thing is the main answer to the Kyurem, this is the I didn't want to be swept by like a Kyurem locked into a Dragon move or a Landorus locked into a Earthquake. So I want to keep my Mandibuzz to make sure I'm not swept by Earthquake, and I want to keep my Scavalier so I'm not swept by Dragon type move. Anyways, he reveals the hidden power, so I'm going to bring in the Alakazam here. And the reason I'm doing this is because if he is Specs, I live no problem. And if he is Scarf, I still live no problem. And he's locked in the hidden power. So I'm going to go for the Psychic as he brings in his Landorus, which is kind of this is a tricky play because obviously I did 83%, but I traced the Intimidate, lowering his attack. So I can switch into my Mandibuzz here as he goes for the Earthquake. And he's probably locked in here, so I'm going to go for the Roost, predicting him to switch out as he brings in the Kyurem. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to gauge this damage. See, he's not Specs, so I'm going to go for the Foul Play. And it's going to do 38%, so he's not super bulky, but he's not super offensively invested into attack. He's more especially offensive. So what I know here is if he's Choice Scarf, I can live in Ice Beam. And if he is Choice Specs, I can still live in Ice Beam, which is a little bit harder. But with my investment, I can live in an Ice Beam. So I'm going to go for another Psychic here. Trace the Terravolt. It don't really matter. But I'm going to knock out the Landorus switch here. I guess he sacked this thing because he knew that Mamoswine just OHKOs with Ice Shard. So he brings back in his Kyurem Black here. He's going to try to knock me out, but he reveals that I'm still faster. So what this means is he was hoping to live. He was hoping to knock out my Mandibuzz with one Ice Beam, and then knock out my Mega Alakazam with whatever move, probably Dragon Claw or something, or an Ice Beam. And then he wanted to be able to knock out my Mamoswine with enough HP to live an Ice Shard. But he's just going to drop to the Psychic. Another good game to my opponent. He brought some funky stuff with the Stealth Rock, Attract, Sticky Web, Shuckle, Motherfucking Fuckle, and of course the Cresselia with Icy Wind. And of course the Defiant Tornadus, which kind of caught me off guard. I expected Prankster, which is a good bring on his part. Prankster into Tailwind is just a fucking... With Blastoise, oh my god, that is power. Anyways, we come away with another 2-0 victory. In a good match. I'm not sure if he was in our division. I want to say he is. Anyways, like I said, good game to the Fighting Quillfish. And we move to, I believe, 3-2 now. 3-2, I want to say. With what, like a 3+ differential. So we're getting back into it, catching back into the groove. The extra prepping and more concentrated battles. I'm not playing in school while I'm at school. I can prep in school, but I can't play in school because I play terribly when that happens. And I don't think my draft is as bad as people think. I'm 1, 2, 3 weak to Fairy, weak to Fire, semi-weak to Fire, I guess. Don't have a Fire type, don't have a Grass type. Like I said, most important thing is having fun. So if you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.